me, George Moorhead, and one of my team members, Bhoomi, with me. Bhoomi.
Hey, how are you guys?
All right, so we had a few technical issues. We're going to have to speak a little bit louder because, well, our color mics don't seem to be working today. I got hung up with another Microsoft update, so I got to go back in and figure out what the heck's going on. But today, what we're going to go over with Bhoomi and myself is what our market is doing. And what is most amazing is that year over year, we're only down 1,100 homes as of today, less than we sold last year in 2019, where we did not have the stay-at-home. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you share this because, is there any cost to this?
No, zero.
It's free. So, and I want to thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah.
Normally, I can't get team members to come on because they get a little scared, but Bhoomi, yeah, she's a rock star today.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like it. Bhoomi, take us through month over month.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm excited to be here and actually more fun to be with George doing this. So let's go over month. For sale means the new inventory which has come over the month, it has gone up 3% compared to last month. And when we see new on the market means homes which have just come on the market since last 24 hours. Look at the number, there's a shooting 14.2% higher. That's a really good number. So people, if you're looking for open houses, not open houses, people looking for seeing homes, go and check out the new homes.
Well, wait a second. I want to pause you right there. So this is October, right?
Yes.
It's October, and today is not the best day. It's kind of windy, it's kind of blustery. Leaves are changing, they're falling on the floor, or on the ground, I should say. And yet you're telling me.
Yes, look at the number.
So we're seeing more homes coming on market.
Yes, and
Okay.
people want to put more homes on the market in spite of this horrible weather.
Okay, so what is our fall market typically for you?
It slightly slows down, but look at the number.
Okay, so really from end of September, we'll see this kind of progression all the way through mid-December. Is that right?
Yes, you're going to see a different fall market this year.
Okay, which is going to be awesome, right?
Yes, it's going to be fun.
All right, keep going.
Okay, so number of pendant. Pendant means that the buyer and the seller have come under the mutual agreement, but the house is still not sold pending on inspection and other contingencies. That has gone down 1.5%, and we'll discuss the reason because of the market rates in some time. So this is something which is different than last month. And sold means the buyer and seller have actually closed on the house, the transaction is over, and we have a new buyer for the house. That is shooted up 10.2% higher than the last month. This is a good number, George. What do you think?
Well, so what was September?
Yes.
So was September a crazy, crazy month?
Yes.
Okay, and now we're already 10.2% above that.
Yes.
That is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, and we are not even that far in October.
I totally agree. Now, what's even more incredible is if we shortcut and we come over to year, we're down only 1.7%. 1.7%. Just a couple of months ago, we were like at 8%.
Yes.
We are catching up to 2019. We're on a trajectory to pass, to go over.
Yes.
Right?
And what do we have this year?
And we've got our stay-at-home. We've got all these crazy things that are happening, but yet we are still surpassing what we did in 2019, which really, if you think about it, still really mind-blowing. Okay. Now, what do you get as far as feedback from buyers today? What are you hearing from them right now?
Buyers are really frustrated this time. In spite of this number, we still are having multiple offer situations. Not long ago, George, I got a buyer who is so frustrated that they want to come and join us and join our off-market system. He doesn't want to go in the multiple offer situations. He is having so much of emotional thoughts of losing that house in spite of having bidding much higher than the asking price. He's like, Bhoomi, I'm done. I want to come out and I want to see our off-market homes. And we are started to finding off-market homes for him.
Which we're hearing that is probably one of the biggest complaints right now, because right now we're at 0.8 months of inventory, not even 1 month, right? So again, just for perspective, if we have a bucket, Okay, and this bucket's called the Northwest MLS. And all of the agents are putting their listings in this bucket, right? We put a lid on it. The inventory in here should last 4 to 6 months. That is considered a healthy market. Now, we're at 0.8 months, not even 1 month. So if we put a lid on it today, and hopefully we don't, because this number is what is saving us right now. If we put that lid on it today, we would be done in a couple of weeks. We'd be down to 0, which is just mind-blowing, all things considered, because the level of activity with buyers out there is crazy. It's like 2017 again,
Yes.
with multiple offers, people giving concessions, sometimes in maybe not the best thought out way, but they're still giving these concessions,
Yeah.
doing what they can to get a home.
Yes, they're overbidding.
They are way overbidding for some of these
Yes.
homes, which when we talk about sellers, right? Are sellers starting to kind of get that mindset of being a little too aggressive on pricing?
Yes. The sellers are thinking that they can get any price today. They are being too aggressive. But the sellers needs to know that buyers are really smart, especially today's buyers. They want to know what the market is. Yes, there's emotionally overbidding, but still some of the houses which have been on the market for quite some time, or even new houses, they're looking at the market value as such. It's just not aggressive. It's just not like a bidding war thing. People are being still aware. So sellers needs to be aware that even if you over-aggress, the house sits on the market for a longer time, there needs to be certain showing conditions and the house should be perfect.
Yeah, so they need to not shortcut getting
Yes.
the home ready for home for sale. So it's in the best eyes of a prospective buyer. You still need to do that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so message to sellers, make sure you're still doing all the things you need to do to have the best impression, especially first impressions, which is technically your list price. Second impression is the physical home, so that as you're moving forward, you're attracting as many buyers as possible and not leaving them behind. Because in today's market, unlike it was before, where if a home was listed here and the buyer said, well, you know, I think I'm down here, the challenge is buyers are not making those offers, not like they used to. So they're waiting for either them to be, excessively on market or to start looking at price reductions, right? And those are things that we need to be mindful of as a seller. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at year over year, and then we're going to compare it to 2019. So right now, our inventory, which is ranged really between 42 and 48% below market value, or below what we have seen year over year, we're now at 39.7, which is really good. That means that we're seeing a more influx of homes, because remember, October through mid-December is really a great market. Some people say it's our second best market. Some people say it's our third best market, second being basically after July 4th to about the end of August, which is our summer market, which we have higher sales numbers. But the consistency of available when is a good market still sits between October and mid-December. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. So our new on market, however, year over year, it came down a little bit, but our pending year over year, we are over by 3.8%, which means, again, we're going to continue to head in the direction of reducing this number. So just a few months ago, we were at like 8.3, 8.5% off year over year from sales. In April, we were at 10% off year over year for sales. We're down to 1.7. When we take a look at our solds month over month, we are going to pass this. We will be selling more homes in 2020 than we did last year. And last year we didn't have COVID.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, nobody was staying at home. People could go out and look at homes.
And do what they want.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think is the main driver for our market? Why is our market just going so crazy compared to last year?
A couple of reasons, and I think the most important would be the mortgage rates.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have not seen such low rates. The owner financing, 3%. and the non-owner finance means for investment purposes is 3.625%. Tad bit higher than what was last 2 weeks back, but still historical low prices. What do you think, George? Have you seen such prices?
Yeah, well, no. Actually, with the non-owner occupied, that to me is still, for anybody looking to buy an investment property, a second home, there really is no better time.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. This rate right here, people used to buy this rate down, right? They used to pay money to get this rate, which is par pricing today. Now, yes, like the stock market, it goes up and down, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the last few weeks, it's been about 2.8, 2.75. Okay, so it's bumping up a little bit, but we're still seeing that FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, right?
Yes.
Which is, again, one of the main drivers that has continued to push, not only locally, but nationally. Nationally, they're seeing the same things. Year over year, we're looking a little bit around 8%, 8.2% appreciation year over year for sellers. We're not even done with the year yet, so it'll be interesting to see how this whole thing pencils out.
Yeah.
When we come over here, now we're going to take a look at basically October of 2019 and October of 2020, just to give you a year over year, kind of that snapshot in between.
So George, you're saying just October, right?
Just October. So just October, okay, well that number is pretty consistent. 39.7, less inventory, right? So less homes to work with, right?
Yes.
But I'm going to pop down here. Look at this number. 27.3% higher than we were a year ago.
Yes.
For the same time period.
Yes.
October and October.
Yes.
Right? Which, when you think about it, that number is just going to get abolished. So in the month of October, if we can make up an additional 1,100 home sales, we will have sold the same number of homes by the end of October as we did last year.
Yeah, and it shows that we are selling more homes this year, or means this October, than last October, means we're going to have a better fall season.
You know what? So in 2017, the month of December was a record setter. I mean, it was, in my career, and that's a little over 27 years, I had never seen a December like that ever. Now, 2016 came close, and 2017 just blew the doors off of it. It is looking like this December could very well compete with 2017. In fact, next week, we should do a 2017 comparison and see what that does. But actually, I can already tell you, we've already outperformed 2017. So there you go. All right. Now, when we talk about this number, we talk about the sales year over year, right? And month over month, year over year, right? Here's the driving force when we're seeing this, right? So we had 1,422 homes come on market, right?
Just in 7 days.
Just in the last 7 days. But look at this. We had 1,607 homes that sold, where the buyer and seller agreed to terms. We now have a new owner, right?
Yes.
Okay, that already exceeds the number of homes that are available. But look at this. Number of pending is still over 2,000 homes in the last 7 days.
This is a shocking number.
It is, and it's consistent over the last 8 months.
Yeah.
So, do you anticipate this staying about the same in November?
For sure.
Okay. You think we'll hit that in December?
Oh, yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. So, there's Bhoomi's predictions. We're going to hold her to it. We're going to bring her back. We're going to see if you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all things considered here, for buyers and sellers, what is the most important message that you would like to tell a buyer or a seller today?
For the seller, I would say, if you are thinking, don't think. Get off the fence. This is the perfect time for you guys to sell your house. You need to be a showing perfect house. And for buyers, we have already done a couple of videos, and we can share what buyers needs to do in today's market. Get pre-approved, get underwriter approved, because take the advantage of the historical lower rates. Also, you need to start looking at off-market homes buyers. Buyer needs to be more creative in today's market to get yes, the buyers needs to be creative.
You need more options. You need to find ways of creating more options for you and your family to look at. And that will be incredibly important for you. And so if you have questions, post them. We will answer them. We normally have about a 30-minute turnaround time. There's no strings attached. Feel free to ask any questions, and we'll be able to basically get back with you and give you additional options, things for you to chat about. If you're working with another real estate broker, ask them these questions. Find out ways that you can increase the number of homes that you have to look at. Safe to say?
Yes.
Right on. Okay, so today we went over the market update for the second week of October. We are absolutely blowing the doors off of what we've done historically, year over year. We will surpass, that is our prediction.
Yes,
We will pass, what we did in 2019, and now 14.2%. Look, sellers are not sitting back on the fence. These people are not sitting back on the fence.
Yeah, they're.
If you're in considering and making that, hey, should I do this? The answer is yes, because we sold more homes in September than inventory was available. And that is an amazing thing. But that was a three-peat, because we did it in July.
Yes.
We did it in August.
And September.
In September.
And it's October.
And we're already heading in the direction of surpassing what we did in September. So, a well-priced home that is show condition ready has a 100% chance of selling.
Yes.
Because when we're selling more homes than inventory available, and as long as you don't violate those three, your home will sell.
Yes.
There you go. You heard it straight from Bhoomi, who's on my team. Thank you. Right on. All right, everybody else, you guys have a beautiful day. Stay dry out there. It's a little blustery. Be safe. And in the meantime, we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Thank you.